apart.
Gets me so drunk. I pass out. 6 weeks later, I find out I'm
You
pregnant.
know what's terrible? I fell in love with the wrong person.
What kind of father is he to your 10-year-old?
He's not.
Does he pay child support?
Nope.
Yeah, I did.
You don't even work, so how in the hell do you pay child support? My son's the one who has to pay for this.
Right now.
Coming in, and thanks for watching. Parenthood is not for the faint of heart, especially when you're accused of being a deadbeat dad. Please welcome Roger to the show. Roger, how you doing, man? All right. Roger, why are you here today?
Sir, I'm here because I'm a father of beautiful, gorgeous, smart 3-year-old twins. They turned 4 this month, and this is another year I don't want to miss on their birthday, holiday, or anything like that.
And basically, you're here because you claim the mother, and here's a picture. If you look to your left, there's a picture of those babies. Those are your twins. And you're not allowed to be a father to those babies, correct?
No, sir.
Why? When's the last time you saw them?
October 26th, on the way to visit my family in Oklahoma.
It's been a couple months since you've seen them.
It was a year before that.
All right, and their whole life, you've not been allowed by the biological mother to be in their life.
She's still married.
All right, but she's married. In fact, when you hooked up with her, you did not know.
No, sir. I was informed she was separated, and at that time I was a male entertainer, a stripper.
You were a stripper. Let's
sir.
go back a little bit. How did you meet? How did you meet the mother? Explain what went on.
It was a Thursday night, slow event. Regulars were there, about a handful, about 6 or 8. And she was there in the front row. I was on stage. She was the only one tipping me. She was tipping me pretty decent. She got me a private dance. I took interest before when I met her, though. When I saw her, it was like when you say love at first sight, it never exists. It exists. Because I fell in love with the woman when I saw her. I didn't see the dollar bills or the outfit or anything. I just saw the most beautiful brunette I saw. And then but part of me pursued her still as a stripper, but part of me pursued her as Roger.
And then you dated for how long?
3 months.
So 3 months. And during that time frame,
she had a downtown apartment by herself, convertible sports car. I figured she was single and living the life, and I'm single living the life. We met up and things hit off, but I was informed she was a mother to 2 kids already, which it didn't matter to me because I was raised by a single parent. So that was irrelevant to me. What matters is that this woman seeked me out as I seeked her out, and we bonded more so physically and emotionally.
Did she tell you she was divorced?
She informed me she was divorced, yes.
So you did not know that she was married?
No, sir.
All right, now, let's jump ahead to the birth of these beautiful twins.
It was a scheduled C-section. I was aware of the date and time.
You knew when it was happening?
Yes.
What happened? What happened at the hospital?
I was there at the hospital, and one of the members who's acquainted to the husband was there present trying to intervene with me getting to the delivery room. I want to see the birth of these children. I want to see if they're mine with my own eyes.
It's a tough situation, though, Roger, isn't it?
It is, but I follow the steps, and I'm following the pathway I made, and now I'm trying to fix what I approach as an ignorant man.
How much fighting was there at the birth of these twins? Because you had his family there, and, of course, her family, and then you, but how hard was this on you?
It was a battle I had to take. Those are my babies, and if they weren't my babies, I would have made my peace and gone my way, but they were my children, and when I saw them removing the baby from her, and I'm sitting there watching, I didn't blink once, and then when I held both of them, and it felt like I was strong at the time, stronger than I was now, and I felt that those babies weighed 1,000 pounds, and I even said to the doctor, I might drop him. And she said, grab him, he might drop him, because I felt, I can't explain the feeling.
As soon as you saw their faces and that black hair, you said, those are my kids right there.
Yes, sir.
No question in your mind.
Not at all, not at all.
But your name is not on the birth certificate.
No, sir.
Why?
That night after the scheduled C-section, I was aware those were my children. I was still male entertaining, and I was entertaining in Austin, which is 3 hours south from Dallas. And I saw I had to make money, and I looked up how much how much twins cost, and they cost.
You left the hospital to go strip some more.
To go make some money.
Because you had to get money for those babies.
Double strollers, $500, you know, outfits, everything's planned out I got to get it done.
You discovered that she was in fact married, but in an estranged situation, and you thought she was cheating with other men, so you demanded a DNA test, correct?
Yes, sir. We went locally. We paid 50-50. It was around $500. I did a DNA swap and everything, and when I was waiting for my results, because I was questioning my son, Jake, because he's a little fair-skinned compared to who I am, but my background's very diverse, so I can't really judge a book by its cover. That's more so myself. So I did the DNA test because you know one baby could belong to another person. You know, I was being very paranoid.
Sure. But the bottom line, the DNA test came out
99.9%.
99.9. You are the father.
Both son and daughter.
Both are yours.
Correct.
No question from
no
DNA,
question
and
at
she
all.
accepts that.
Yes.
But now you can't see him.
No.
All right, let's do this. Let's find out why. Please welcome the mother of Roger's twins, Kelly, to the show. Kelly, come on out. All right, Kelly.
They're all lies.
All right,
I don't know why you're on public television lying.
Explain to me what's going on, Kelly.
Okay, I was going through a separation. I buy a brand new sports car. I'm trying to make myself, I guess I'm having like a midlife crisis at my age. And going to this club, he approaches me. It was a very slow night. He asked me for my number. I was kind of shocked. I was like, really? So I give him my number. We go out to dinner one time. After that, he invites me back to the bar, gets me so drunk that I don't even know how I get to his place.
Well, hold up. First of all, you buddied with the customers there.
We're drinking shots. You brought me back to your place. I pass out. 6 weeks later, I find out I'm pregnant.
Did you tell him you were, in fact, divorced or single?
You know what I did? Yes. He knew the whole story. We spoke for like 12 hours.
Dated for 3 months.
I met him.
You had a 2-bedroom apartment downtown Dallas.
So,
I visited you every night. Yeah, but
he said you dated for 3 months.
Yeah,
no, we
3
did
months.
not.
The children were born.
Roger,
we conceived children in March.
Stripper.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling you. I saw you.
You're an opportunist. You saw somebody that was wealthy, and you tried to take advantage of the situation.
No, ma'am.
And I have not asked you for anything.
No,
the couple of times that I've asked you to come around for their birthdays, you won't show up.
No, ma'am. First of all, all right. I had up north for my cousin and Halloween birthday weekend.
We used to switch them off a week at a time. He used to get them 1 week. I used to get them the next week. He used to get them 1 week, and that's how he wanted it. But then he would never show up on time to pick them up. Would drop them off early.
Because you changed the time. If it was your
why isn't his name on the birth certificate? Why isn't
he doesn't deserve it for one. He left before they were even bathed. He left the hospital before they even bathed our babies.
Why?
Because he had his girlfriend outside waiting for him.
There was no girlfriend waiting for me.
God.
Are you afraid for the safety of your babies?
I'm very well.
That's why you come in, sticking it in my house, busting me in the face in the middle of the night.
Because of a circumstance that happened with another baby, you're concerned about your 2 kids' life with her.
What's my son's middle name?
I had a drunk night. Everybody has done it once, and this is what I got in return.
What's my son's middle name?
It doesn't matter.
Why are you out drinking? Where are your other children? How many? You have 6 kids, including mine too.
And I support them all by myself. You've never given me 1 penny. I support them all by myself.
I support my kids when I have rights. I'm not going to give you money so you glamour up and be a baby Barbie doll.
You can't do nothing
for yourself. What am I going to hate?
You sleep on the couch, Roger.
I have my own place.
You're about to be 30 years old.
Are you willing to let him be a father to those twins?
He has to have parental classes. I don't care. And drug testing.
He needs parental classes?
Drug testing.
Drug testing too?
Yes.
Is he into drugs?
He's high 24/7.
He's high 24/7.
24/7.
Roger, are you on the drugs?
No, sir, because unfortunately I work temp agency.
Do a drug test right now.
Do maintenance work. You have to do a urinal test.
When's the last?
I have all the text messages. I have emails. Thank you. I got me a Camaro because I don't have to pay child support.
At this point, you got a hold of my show to get parental rights. Are you willing to give him parental rights?
He's had every opportunity and has not shown up to court. 3 times.
Hasn't shown up.
I hired 2 lawyers and father's rights, and I have invoices and paperwork and statements from.
Really?
Yes.
Invoices, really?
Yes, I do.
Show me some invoices because you've never shown up to court. Other than the ones where you're about to go to jail.
I seek you to go to court.
Are you saying Kelly was a no-show?
No-show.
What happened?
That's a lie.
She's a no-show. Always have an excuse or don't answer. Phones off. When I went to go visit this past month in October to go visit my cousin and the Halloween weekend, I told her Sunday I'm coming back early to spend more time with the kids because when I drove by, we stopped at Applebee's.
That's a lie.
We stopped at Applebee's and we had
as long as he's the biological father, he's got a right to see his son and his daughter. He's the biological dad.
Every father does.
Every father.
Every father does. Like, I agree with that.
Are you working to make that happen, or are you working not to?
Let me just tell you this. Let me give you a reason why.
Stay right there. We're going to come right there. We'll be back with more. Stay right there. We'll be
The real story behind this custody crisis.
You've got to work to have him involved in those two kids' life. You've got to do that.
Oh, and I have. I know what I've done as a mother, and I do everything that my kids need.
He said,
there's leverage played, and I'm tired of it. Children are not leverage. Kids are innocent, and I'm tired of you using them.
She said,
he shows up, he's over there confronting my husband because we own a business together, and he tries to pull me out of there by my throat.
Today's about absentee fathers. And Kelly, you grew up as an orphan, is that correct?
Yes.
So you have experiences that ought to help you understand that a biological dad needs to be in the life. Talk about you as an orphan.
I have other fathers. I have children.
How many baby daddies do you have?
3, besides him.
3? Is that 4 then?
4.
You got 4 for 6?
Yes.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not the only one, nor am I the last one.
I'm not judgmental.
Exactly. I just don't put up with nobody's.
What happened the last time, Roger, you tried to see your twins? What happened?
I saw my twins on October on the way to Oklahoma. I saw them.
He was going to go party. I have the text messages.
I was spending time with my cousin. He's like a brother to me.
You saw him?
Yes. I spent.
How long? How much?
Well, for the kids, we're at Applebee's, so Prince a full meal, an hour.
An hour. Do they even know you're the biological dad?
Oh my gosh, yes. My daughter, when I picked her up, and she's telling the waiter, hey, this is my dad, this is my dad. And I'm like, this is my baby.
You know why? Because I have a mugshot of him. That's the only picture I have of him that I have to give to my kids.
I hand them their two gifts, and the mugshot I have is because they post up.
See, you two obviously can't be together, no matter what.
Hell no.
You two cannot be together ever.
He was
but guess
a
what?
one-night stand.
You've got to work to have him involved in those two kids' life. You've got to do that.
Oh, and I have.
You have.
I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you
there they are.
of the truth.
I mean, it's wonderful.
I'm not going to convince you of the truth. I know what I've done as a mother, and I do everything that my kids need.
I'm not trying to take the kids away from her. I just want my rights. She's going to Disneyland with them.
You're lying.
She's taking all her kids to Disneyland this year, and when they come back on their birthday, can I have my kids and spend time with me?
Well, what does she say? A couple weeks in the summer?
You know what I told him? If he had his own place, not living on some girl's couch, and he said, I understand that.
I have a roommate, and we stay in Austin, and we help each other out.
Roger, do you think she still wants to be with you a little bit?
She called me for a sex talk the other day while I was at home.
A sex talk?
Yes. Asked me, can I just come? I'm like, you kidding me? I'm building up myself to be a father and be an example.
In your mind, she want to have sex with you so that that's a reason
that's
for
a
there's a Hispanic saying that they have around Hispanic culture. She wanted to be Sancho. I'm not going to be Sancho. I'm going to be a father.
Oh my gosh, okay? Sancho, really? Roger, really? You think you're the only thing I can get?
I know you can get a lot. Come on, you can get a lot, but that's irrelevant.
No,
what's relevant is my son and daughter.
Lying. How
okay, if I'm lying, then why are you so defensive? Why are you being louder than me? Why are you being defensive? Okay, whatever.
You're lying.
Why is my daughter? Why are you telling my daughter's talking about me?
Don't make me start posting all your emails about how you're living the life.
Your Facebook bashed me a while ago. That's why you delete.
Was he abusive towards you? Explain what he did.
Oh my gosh, which part? I've been hit by him so many times.
There's 2 altercations.
What happened? Did you hit her?
I'll tell the story. I palmed her. Twice. That's like a slap.
Palmed her.
Twice. The first time.
Why would you put your hands on a woman?
Well, first, you know what? I've never done that in my life. Never done that. The problem is, it's just when you get pushed to so extent.
How are you going to turn around?
First of all, I wouldn't
give you $150 if you got pissed off.
First of all, now I would know. At that age, I was 25, being ignorant and being naive.
He was very naive. Steroids. He was on all kinds of drugs.
Okay, very naive. If I was on steroids, I would be a lot bigger than I am.
Yeah, you're not. You have shrunk down to nothing.
Yeah, that's because I'm a natural workout. I'm a party guy. I'm not there doing.
Come on, don't try to act like you're anything good. You're the worst thing that ever happened to me.
No, I'm saying I'm better or good. I'm saying I care and I'm trying.
Even in my company, he has dragged me out of my company in front of all of my employees.
He grabbed you by the hair or by the ankle?
The throat. He shows up. He's over there confronting my husband because we own a business together, and he tries to pull me out of there by my throat.
That's a huge
I had the police come up there. That is not a false lie.
First of all, I'm in her Yukon. I'm driving her Yukon.
You just admitted to 2 of them, okay? If you called me twice,
well, let me explain. Let me give my statement about why I touched
one at a time. Let's go to Roger.
Okay. Give it explanation why you hit me.
I'm going back. You interrupt me. I can't tell you anything.
Because you're lying.
Let him talk for a minute. Go ahead.
Club 1, I quit because I felt disrespected by fellow coworkers because they're trying to intervene with her. So Club 2, I went to, and then she's back at Club 1. I'm being informed she's there drinking. So I went there in my roommate's car at the time and noticed her vehicle there. Of course, my ignorant butt was
looking
hit the window trying to get her attention to come out and leave.
You hit the window.
I'm hitting the window with
my window while I was
because
in there.
I'm not irritated. I'm like, what is going on with this woman? What's she doing?
He's lying. How can you find me in a club and then in my car?
She did have spite, and there's leverage played, and I'm tired of it. There's leverage played. Children are not leverage. Kids are innocent, and I'm tired of you using them as a.
liar, Roger.
Okay, so when I drove to the south location, she's following me. She's telling me pretty hard. So my buddy pulls over the gas and she pulls up next to me. What's up?
That's true.
Gay. You know, us dancers, we're all gay apparently.
No, you had a boyfriend too. Why
oh my God, you're a
the real truth.
Wow.
Why don't you tell them the real truth?
Wow, you trying really hard, aren't you? You trying really hard, sweetie. You trying really hard.
Why are you denying? Why are you denying about your boyfriend who looked like a woman?
Let's get back to my.
I want to worry about the kids. That's what I want to think about.
Let me get back to my fault.
Well, let's do this. We have someone else coming up. Stay right there. You two cannot be together, but you got to work together for those twins. We'll be back with more. Stay right there.
After the break, things go from bad.
I don't know who you are.
You don't know. I'm the one who takes care of your kids.
Thank God someone does.
To worse.
Where are you when your son got hit first?
Hey, I'm the parent. I'm the parent. I'm the parent. You're nobody. We made the baby. You are nobody.
And don't miss what led to this.
I'm done talking. It's a lie.
That's right, wrong. That's what you do. Take my baby and walk away.
If you love watching from your couch, wait until you see us live. For your free tickets to a taping in New York City, go to our website, BillCunninghamShow.com, or call toll-free 888-710-8425 now. All right, absentee fathers. I'm going to bring up Vanessa, who's helping raise these kids, who's one of your cousins, correct?
Family, yes. My
family is in your family. We're going to get a different perspective, but it's from your side. I have a strategy. That is, when I was 12 or 13, my father left. I never saw him again. Bad situation. I don't want any child to be raised with an absentee father, if at all possible. Is there anything that Roger can do, anything that he can do to be in those child's life?
Stop lying to us.
Stop lying. See, we're not making progress.
Show up when you say you're coming.
Show up. What about this weekend? What about over the holidays? What about 2 weeks in the summer?
Exactly.
You're willing to do it.
He's had every opportunity. I don't have to explain myself over and over.
When I went to Oklahoma to visit for that weekend, I offered Sunday, I'll come back early and spend time with the kids.
When he can afford to come
she went out and she got a black eye. She goes, I got a black eye. I don't want you to see me like this.
Where'd you get the black eye from?
It was a lie.
A lie?
It was a lie so he wouldn't come around.
You lied to him.
So she didn't want me to see the kids. So you lied about getting a black eye so I want to see the kids Sunday.
We wanted to have sex and I have the text
no.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
First of all,
he only wanted to see the kids for 30 minutes and he said, let's go drop them off and then we'll get a room.
How will we get a room?
Lies.
I'm on the way to a trip.
You're lying. Do you want to see the text messages? I have my phone.
Yes, I know you have your phone.
Let's do this. Please welcome Kelly's cousin, Vanessa, to the show. Vanessa, come on out.
You are nothing but a liar.
All right, Vanessa.
I don't know who you are.
Oh, really? You don't know me?
I don't know who you are.
You don't know me?
I remember talking on the phone, but I don't know your face. I don't know who you are. Who are you?
I'm the one who takes care of your kids.
Thank God someone does.
You want to talk about her? You're worried about your kids with her?
Right.
But yet you can palm her twice and cuss me out.
Where were you when this happened?
Cuss me out.
Where were you when this happened?
I didn't even know you.
I don't know who you are. Are you a cousin? Are you a cousin? You're a homegirl saying you're a cousin like everything else.
He just comes around to get money.
But you can cuss me out talking about you're going to come over and whoop.
Well, you're disrespectful.
Because I answered her phone.
No female. First of all, you know that's my son's daughter. You know what you're doing is wrong.
I answered her phone. You were already
Vanessa, do you care for the kids along with them? You care for these?
She's their aunt.
I do everything for them.
I never met this woman till today. Never met her before. She's never been around. I met your sister in Houston. I never met this woman.
Wait a minute. You are the father?
I'm the father.
He is the
biological father.
So you are the baby daddy.
You must stand up and pee then.
I will if that's what it takes.
Did he call the cops on Kelly?
Yes, in the beginning, she was trying to make things right with him, and she was scheduling appointments.
I don't even remember you being around. Were you around the pregnancy?
Because you were never around.
I lived with you.
You did not live with me, Roger. You stayed every
Let me hear about the cops.
Hold on. To go and get the kids.
Tell me about the cops.
We were on the way to go and get the kids. Half the time when she's driving, she's not going to text and drive at the same time. So I respond to his text messages through her, for her.
Yeah.
Okay?
She's like, what do you want me to say?
Text talking about you're never going to see your kids again. These are my kids. I'm calling the cops. Don't even come over here. This and that and the other.
That don't sound like me at all.
I did not come get them.
It don't sound like you.
First of all, you know what's terrible? You know what's terrible? I fell in love with the wrong person.
Oh, you fell in love with
Yes, I did. I fell in love with the wrong person. Yeah, because I don't know who you are. Look, I got two women attacking me. You don't know me from head to toe. You don't know me from head to toe. You know what she tells you. You don't even know me.
I'm there.
Okay.
I know what I know.
Tio, baby, did you call the cops on Kelly?
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
How many times?
When?
Every
And
time
why?
I was trying to pick up my kids.
Oh, the time we talking
Where
about
were your kids when you were picking them up with him?
Yes, I would let
When
them see them.
and what year
it's
did this
time to go
happen?
get them.
And then he called the cops on you.
It's always drama. Always.
That's right, that's-
Exactly.
okay.
Did he tell you he was going to kick your butt at
Yeah.
one point, Vanessa?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and not in those words.
Well, I know.
He was really.
He used other language.
You know what?
I answered her phone because she was
I grew up without a
Oh my
father.
gosh, you know
and
what? You're a liar.
And I have no,
That's what you
I have no
are.
knowledge of my father's
You're a
existence or
liar.
why he's not part of my life. Okay. I went by assumptions.
Okay, so
by
when I
putting stuff
invited you
together.
for Christmas
Let Roger talk.
I went by assumptions.
When I invited you to Christmas last year, where were you?
Let
You
Roger
invited
talk.
me
When
to
I
a
invited you
friend's
to
house.
Thanksgiving, where
I
were
got a
you?
rental car. I had presents, and you told me to leave.
I don't want you in my house. You're not allowed in my house.
Where are you
still.
when we were teaching?
So I don't know where my kids
Where
live.
were
Roger
you teaching
talk
kids
one at
how
a
to
time.
swim? Where are you when your son got hit first?
Hey, I'm the
Where were
parent.
you?
I'm the parent. I'm the parent. You're nobody. We made the baby. You are nobody. Me and her tango. Me and her tango. Who are you? Get out of here, man. You ain't nobody. You ain't nobody. Had a kid. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? You a babysitter. You ain't nobody. My daughter wants me. He don't want you. My son wants me. He don't want you. I'm there.
Hold on. Let's go one at a time.
Worse is that your kids probably wouldn't even recognize you if you were standing up to them.
Oh, really?
How long has it been since you've seen them?
Let me talk. Can I talk?
Let Roger talk. Vanessa,
Can I talk?
let Roger talk. Let him talk. Now, hold on.
Zip it. Be a lady.
Vanessa, just for a moment. Hold my hand.
Should be a man.
I'm trying to talk. You lady.
Support your kids.
All right, hold on. Let him talk. Let him talk.
He has nothing but
I'm going to
lies
go 1, 2, 3. Now, hold on.
Some reason
You
they
know
keep
what?
on
I can get
interrupting me because they're
off
afraid of the
the stage
truth.
and he
Let's
can
hear
talk
the
Afraid of the truth. That's what keep on interrupting. Both of you need to
I'm
stop.
done talking. I'm done talking. It's all lies.
That's right, wrong. That's what you're going to do. Take my baby and walk away. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what she does. That's what she does.
The truth is that I've been taking care of
Honey,
them.
let the father talk for a minute here. I want to hear from the father. Hold on. Roger, here's the important thing. It's obvious to everyone here in America, you're not getting along at all with Kelly. Never
Oh,
gonna
no,
happen.
sir. We're
But
oil
we
and
got to
water.
work to make you the father for those kids. What
sir.
are you willing to do?
I've done everything I can. I'm still doing it. It's not going to end. I'm 28 years old. I'm still young. I'm still living life. What I'm doing, I'm putting my life on pause for my son and daughter. I'm not dating. I'm not making kids with other women. And if I do decide to do that, I'm going to drop to one knee and marry that woman, and then we have a kid together. Until then, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about my daughter. You know what? You said my daughter recognized me? Why'd you tell the waiter at Applebee's, a complete stranger, this is my dad. That's my dad.
She calls everybody dead, you idiot.
Okay.
That's how much you know.
Okay, that's why when I picked up my daughter, she tells me in my ear, Dad, I want to go to your house.
Yeah,
You know what that
she
made me
calls
think?
everybody
That made me
dad.
think. I live in an
Everybody.
apartment.
She calls me dad, and I'm a female.
Let him talk
She calls
for a minute.
everybody
Let him
dad.
talk. Go ahead. Now, what are you? Vanessa, I'll come to you, honey.
When I picked up my daughter the night on the way to Oklahoma, because I had that time to spend, she gave me that open window. I saw my kids. I picked up my daughter as I dropped her off her friend's house around the corner from her residence with her other children present. My daughter whispered in my ear, Daddy, when can I go to your house? Right then and there, I knew. The last thing I heard my daughter talk was she was 2 years old. She lived in my apartment in Austin. She said, Dad, and no. When I picked her up, and I seen my daughter for the first time when I came back to Austin from Oklahoma in June of last year, my daughter was very mad at me. She had this attitude and a strong, sulky face, because that's the face I used to make as a child.
Is it possible, Roger, you got to change a few little things?
Oh, yes. I'm not perfect.
And you got to pay child support.
Oh,
you don't pay any now.
No. I won't pay child support because she wants that child support to go to her wallet. If my child support goes to my son,
child support.
oh no, if it goes to my son and daughter, that's of course. And if I have my rights and my knowledge of their
Disney tickets are not free.
I have no knowledge of their
Disney
well-being,
tickets are not
their
free.
school, or their home.
Okay.
Everything's
Private
what she tells me. I contact
Daycare is
CPS.
not free.
I
Food
contact
is not free.
CPS.
Let the daddy talk. Go ahead.
I contact CPS. I contact Father Rights. I went through 2 lawyers, and all I got was a runaround. You know what? It's unfortunate I don't make 6 figures a year, and that's my goal one day, but for my son and daughter, not for me.
We got to work hard to get him united with his kids. We'll be back with more. Stay right there. We'll be back.
For once, I just want the truth. That's it. At least give me the respect that I've been doing this on my own. You don't give me no credit for everything that I do for my kids. The fact that they get to travel, the fact that they go to Christian schools, the fact that I've done everything for my kids. And what has he done? Nothing but badmouth their mother. That's it.
A father under fire.
Does he pay child support?
Nope.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I'd like him to.
You don't even work, so how in the hell do you pay support.
A heartbreaking plea from his son.
Nathaniel, we asked your son to give a memory of his dad. And this is what he wrote about you choking him, the boy, choking. So your boy is lying?
Will it make a difference?
I've had him for 10 years. I had him since I gave birth to him. Where were you? You weren't there.
Do you want a DNA test to find out which of your men is your baby daddy? Do you want your parents to prove that they're really your biological parents? Come on our show. We'll give them DNA test. Contact me at BillCunninghamShow.com. Call me at 1-855-US-BILL or text guest at 95902. Message and data rates. You know, kids are supposed to look up to the dads, right? Well, my guest today say that's hard to do when he's nowhere to be found. Please welcome Pam to the show. Pam, how you doing?
Fine.
Now, Pam, why are you here today? What's going on?
My son is 36 years old. He has I have 3 grandchildren. He's been married twice. He has 2 DUIs. He is not taking responsibility for what's going on. His grandmother is paying for his child support. His grandmother is paying for the roof over his head. He is not taking responsibility, and I would like him to act.
So you're saying
he has no job.
He's saying your mother, who's about 81 years old,
yes,
is caring for your son, who's 36.
36. She's been doing this since he was 30.
And he has 3...
I mean, he's 36, so since he was 5 years old, because I did not raise him, my mother took the responsibility.
Your mother raised him?
Yes.
So your boy is closer to that, closer to your mother than you in a sense.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
he feels loyalty to my mother.
Loyalty. He's got 3 baby mamas and 3 kids.
That's
is that
correct.
right?
That's correct.
How does he care for those 3 kids?
We don't see them.
Don't see them?
No.
So you got grandchildren you don't see?
Correct.
The essence of the problem is you want your 36-year-old son to step up and be a father.
Yes.
That's what you're after.
Yes.
And you think that he's got all these problems in life. He's got alcohol.
Yes, he does.
And he's been arrested a few times, got DUIs, and he's living off his 81-year-old grandmother.
Correct.
And she's
I'm
paying
sick and tired of what he's doing.
And he's paying
my
the child
mom, because I see the destruction.
Your mom's paying the child support so you didn't go to jail.
She pays for everything for him.
All right, please welcome Pam's son, Nathaniel, to the show. Nathaniel, come on out. Nathaniel, have a seat. Is what your mom is saying, is that true about you and your grandmother?
Not totally.
Not totally?
No.
Well, what's happening with you and your grandmother?
I take care of my grandparents.
You take care of them?
Yes, I do.
But let's talk about the 3 kids.
My 3 sons?
Yeah.
Which one would you like to talk about first? I do have custody of one of them.
You got custody?
Joint custody right now. I'm going for full custody.
Yeah.
My mother, on the other hand, doesn't know half of everything that's going on.
Well, tell her what's going on.
Only when she comes over to my grandma's house.
Because I'm sick and tired of courts. I'm sick and tired of DUIs. I'm tired of house arrest. I'm tired of Grandma paying for all your stuff.
She doesn't pay for everything.
And are you claiming she was abusive towards you?
Yes.
Explain what happened. Explain.
Basically, she always yells verbally.
But you're 36 years old.
Been around it my whole life.
The whole life.
When was the age that I did this?
Since I was 4 years old.
Do you have a restraining order against your own son?
I did, yes.
Why'd a mom get a restraining order against her son?
Because 3 years ago, he has been in and out of like psychiatric help for medication to calm his brain down, and he choked me.
I didn't choke you.
He choked me. Did he attack you with a knife?
No.
No, he had a knife in his hand, but not at the time that he was choking.
He choked you.
Get out of the house.
He pushed me down because he was mad, and he goes, "Mom, help me!"
No, I did not
do that.
I remember.
And I said,
I put my hands on your shoulders.
"Oh, and you looked really mean. You looked really mean, though, with your eyes. Your eyes look better now, but your eyes were like."
Because you're egging me on.
Mom, you have a concern that your son is not being a proper father and is using his grandmother and your mother to stay out of jail with child support. Please welcome, this is a little of a surprise, the mother of Nathaniel's 10-year-old son, Tony, to the show. Tony, come on out. Tony, have a seat. Tony, What's going on?
What's going on? You saying you haven't seen him in a year and a half? I invited you to Thanksgiving this year. You chose to go to your friends. I love your mom to death.
I didn't hear a word from you in 2 weeks.
Why? Because I don't want to call you, because every time I call you, you're threatening me.
What kind of father is he to your 10-year-old?
He's not.
No, have a seat. Talk about his fathering skills with his son.
He's not. He's not a father to his son.
Yeah. Do you allow him to be, Tony?
Yes. I always have, Pam, and always have. Open visitation since he was born.
And how often does he come around?
Doesn't.
Does he pay child support?
Nope.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
That documentation.
You don't even work, so how in the hell do you pay support? How in the hell do you pay child support when you don't work? You're drunk, or you're using your grandma, or you're yelling at your damn mom. I'm not having your grandma pay child support. You need to pay child support. You need to be the dad.
You stole my son.
Was he abusive?
Your son wants nothing to do with you because you lied to him.
You kidnapped my son for a year and a half.
You two were married, right? And did he abuse?
We were married.
How long were you married? Like 10 months, a year?
Not even that long.
All right, and did he abuse you during?
We got married in December and we separated in January.
Why?
Because of his abuse.
What did he do to you in that month?
He choked me to death.
He choked you?
No, I did not choke you to death.
I was living with his grandma. He choked me to death. Banged my body into the wall. Then when my son tried to leave the bed to get help, to get grandma, he choked his own son.
No, I did not.
Slammed him up against the wall.
I did not choke my own son.
That's not the only time. He's banged my head up against a panel glass door.
No, I have not.
Shattered. Tony. Your son's the one who has to pay for this. I'm the one who has to explain.
My son.
I did not kidnap your son. You wrote me a letter saying it was okay for me to move to Montana.
No, I did not.
Nathaniel, let's do this.
You were supposed to show up for child divorce. You never did.
Why?
You took off out of state.
Because you and my family were butting in and telling me how to raise my child.
Yeah,
I was the one working the 60 hours. Yes. I was the one working. I supported you and our son.
Let me do this. Hold on, Mama. Let's take a short break. When we continue, I have a letter from the 10-year-old son in his own words about what happened. Stay right there. I'm going to read the letter when we come back. If you love watching from your couch, wait until you see us live. For your free tickets to a taping in New York City, go to our website, BillCunninghamShow.com, or call toll-free 888-710-8425 now. It's time to go to your phone and get ready for today's viewer decision. Kelly is accusing her ex of being a deadbeat dad, but Roger blames Kelly for keeping the kids from him. Do you think it is Kelly's fault that Roger doesn't see his own kids? Call 855-TELL-BILL with your decision. You're also going to receive some valuable offers. What will you decide? Call 855-TELL-BILL now.
I've always...
All right, let's get to the bottom of this. And I have a letter here in his own handwriting from the 10-year-old son. In his own handwriting, this is what he said. In 2009, when me and my mom were at my dad's home this one night, my dad was choking my mom and me.
See, kids remember.
Then my dad let me go, and I saw my teddy bear on the bed. I picked it up and hit my dad with it.
You didn't have a teddy bear.
Do you remember that?
Do you remember?
No.
Answer.
You don't remember that answer?
I've never put a hand on my son. She always has.
This is the only memory of your son.
Yeah, I've always had our son. Why? Because I just opened my for him.
You always...
After you did that,
I always wanted to get in your face to make you be a dad. That's all I wanted when you came to me.
And physically abused my son all the time.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Nathaniel, we asked your son to give a memory of his dad. And this is what he wrote about you choking him, the boy.
I never choked.
So your boy is lying and writing about his dad? Is that what you're claiming?
That was written, it seems, this very recently.
It was written very recently.
And she's had him for a year and a half out of state.
You think he was brainwashed or something?
Pretty much.
I've had him for 10 years. I had him since I gave birth to him. Where were you? You weren't there.
Yeah, I was.
Your grandma told you when I was 3 months pregnant.
Tell him about the situation in the house,
child support. Really? You never worked, so how in the hell do I want you for child support?
Yeah, I did.
When? Maybe 2 weeks? Get your first check?
But because of the no child support, are you about to lose your home and become homeless?
I'm about to lose my home. I'm losing my storage. I'm going through hip surgery.
Because you have no money and you're broke.
I have no money.
How much child support have you paid?
None.
Nathaniel, are you willing to step up now?
He has
I've always been willing to step up.
Really?
Tell him what the court said to you about the situation.
For the past 2 weeks, I've been debating whether or not to turn in.
Tony, what do you want to see happen?
My son.
I want him to grow up and be a man, not only to my son, but to his oldest son, who's 18.
Does he?
Yeah, the one that he gave custody for.
Right on. Yes.
No.
8.
Why? Oh, it's 10 grand off my child support.
That's not why.
That's what you called me about.
That's not why.
That's what you called me. Oh, I'm signing over custody.
Nathaniel, you got a
10 grand off my
Nathaniel, you have a drinking problem? A little bit of a drinking problem?
No.
Yes, it is.
Both of them say your mom.
That's what they think. I do not.
You do not.
Do. No. Yes,
you don't want
anxiety and drinking.
What else, Mom?
And smoking. He smokes cigarettes. So.
A lot of people do.
I know, but
cigarettes.
He doesn't just have a drinking problem. He has a drug problem.
A drug problem.
He's addicted
I don't
to
do drugs.
prescription drugs.
Yes.
You steal your grandma's drugs. You steal my drugs.
I take my anxiety medication.
Really? I have anxiety myself, and I ain't on medication.
Tony, watch your language a little bit. Just a little bit. Watch your language.
That's how she always is.
Tony, Nathaniel, she's angry because of what she's gone through.
I'm angry, but I'm not bringing it out right now.
You're angry because you're being caught. It's not
I'm not being caught.
Nathan,
you're not a dad. That's why you're angry.
You haven't fallen the divorce decree at all. I'm supposed to have my son every weekend. You
well, then come pick him up. Come pick him up.
Before we leave this segment, Nathaniel, today's the day. You got your mother and your baby mama here. You married her. Are you willing to step up at this point and be the father that you know you need to be? And so that a little boy should never write a letter like this about his dad. It should never happen. Nathaniel, you willing to change?
No.
Yes, I am.
How?
Actually going...
We want help.
You should have changed when you had your first child at 15.
No,
you had a right to be a dad then. Where were you then? Where were you for your other son? Where are you for my son? I've left open visitations for you and your family. No one has came when I've asked them to come over. Where were you? Where were you Thanksgiving? You weren't here.
My family doesn't want to be around because of
how you were with your friend instead, because that's more important than being with your son.
Let's see if we get some help. We'll be back with more. Stay right there.
Where was he when he was face drunk in the grass? And you and Grandma found him face drunk and drugged out in the front lawn.
When was that? She's always come.
Exactly.
I don't know when that was, but that's a good point.
And I'm angry, 10 years.
Two fathers, one fighting to be a dad.
I'm not trying to take the kids away from her. I just want my rights.
And the other running from it.
I was the one working the 60 hours. Yes. I was the one working. I supported you and our son.
How can the dads today turn their deadbeat ways around and be better dads to their kids? Please welcome psychotherapist Dr. Tom Kirsting in the show. Tom, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, Bill?
All right, let's begin to your left because there's arguments going on off stage. What's happening here? How can we get this man to be a better dad?
Well, you know what? I mean, I was backstage watching the whole segment and reading body language and trying to figure out what's going on here. And I'm watching this guy, Nathaniel, get his butt handed to him pretty much by everybody here. And he's not really showing any emotion. So that tells me, I know you have a history of, anxiety, maybe substance abuse. I get the impression that, maybe you're medicating or you're self-medicating because you seem very numb emotionally. If you want to be a father to your kids, the first thing you got to do is you got to take care of yourself. You got to get yourself healthy. I'm not getting a very positive vibe about you being a very healthy, emotional, mental, stable person. That's just not what I'm getting from you. I'm not getting, I'm not really getting an aura of like, some guy, a guy that's happy, that's got a lot of energy. I get this impression.
That's correct, with all his life issues that he has going on.
I think
my mom.
So I think what you guys need to do. Hold on one second, Tony. You need to. I understand where you're coming from. I mean, you're on the verge of getting thrown out of your house. But somehow, if you guys can work on getting him help, I don't know what you need to do. You got to get yourself taken care of.
Nathaniel, look at me. We have arranged for counseling for you to deal with addiction, with anger, and with parenting skills. If we offer this to you, now hold on, Tom. If we offer you help with the addiction and anger and parenting skills, are you willing to get some help?
I have a psychiatrist I go to.
What's that?
She needs the help.
No, it's not up to them. For the sake of your kids, don't give a qualifier. If we get you help as a person to become a better father, will you accept the help that I'm offering?
Sure, I will.
The answer is yes. All right, that's it. Let's go. All right. Now, Tom Kirsting. Roger and Kelly tell completely diametrically opposed stories as to the same set of facts. How they both can't be right. Since they can't resolve this, how do we get Roger back into the life of his twins?
Well, let me tell you, here's another thing I picked up on, all right? What Kelly said is that she'll allow him to see the kids. You guys got to sit down with a counselor, a mediator, somebody, draw up a contract. Here's what you got to do. You're going to see the kids on Friday. You got to show up at 4. If you're not there at 4 o'clock, then you're not seeing them the following week.
We had affidavits that we made on our own.
You're very believable. You come across very believable. I'm not sure if that's genuine or not. But I do get the impression that you want to see your kids, and she's already opened up that window. So you guys got to stop acting like 4-year-olds yourself, yelling at each other all the time. All right? Because that's what you're acting like. You guys act like 4-year-olds. You yell at each other, you revisit the past, and you're not focused on what you can do today and moving forward.
I didn't come here to vent, to ask questions, or to bash her or belittle her. I came here for results for my son and daughter.
Well, let's do this, Roger. Now, hold on, Vanessa, hold on. Vanessa, hold on, honey. We have aftercare. Would you two consider it agreeable to sit down with somebody and maybe agree on 2 or 3 little things you can do so that when the show ends and you go back home, I want as much as possible, Kelly, for Roger to be in the life of that boy and girl. Are you willing to sit down for like 45 minutes directly after the show?
You got all the time.
Are you willing to call in 6 months and see if he's even kept up with it? Because I can assure you, yes.
We'll follow up.
Yes. He will not.
We will do it.
Yes.
But instead of you
what
two,
everybody fails to remember is that you're teaching my child what rejection is. When you turn around and tell her, I'm going to be there on Friday, and then you don't show up.
Let's do this. Let's start anew, spend a little bit of time after the show, and maybe we can come with a resolution. And you don't have to love each other, but you have to love those kids. When we continue, it's the bottom line. For more info, go to the website, BillCunninghamShow.com. It's time to go to your phone and get ready for today's viewer decision. Kelly is accusing her ex of being a deadbeat dad, but Roger blames Kelly for keeping the kids from him. Do you think it is Kelly's fault that Roger doesn't see his own kid? Call 855-TELL-BILL with your decision. You're also going to receive some valuable offers. What will you decide? Call 855-TELL-BILL now. If you have a child with a deadbeat dad, here's the bottom line. Don't involve your child in your fight with the father. They didn't make the drama, you did. Your kid may feel disappointment from his dad, but if he has your love, that will matter even more. Build a support system for your kid, even if it does not include the father. Love and family is not always blood related. I want to thank all my guests for coming in, and I'll see you the next time. There is no good excuse for a father not to be involved in his child's life, and I was impressed with Roger quite a bit. But then I hear from Kelly's perspective, I'm not sure who to believe. So I hope in the little bit of aftercare that we do, that these two can work out the framework of an agreement. Plus, I think each of them accuses the other of still wanting to have sex with each other. That is a toxic mix that should not take place. And as far as Nathaniel is concerned, something's not right there. As Tom Kirstein said, there's some disconnect in Nathaniel's mind. Hopefully the counseling we're going to give him is going to work, but we'll see. There's no excuse to be a deadbeat dad.